So there was a point maybe about 3 or 4 years ago when I got into some Virtua Fighter versus Tekken shit on Twitter. And of course it'd be on Twitter. Why wouldn't it be on Twitter? And I remember a few heads saying something like,
I don't think Rizzy plays Virtua Fighter, so he shouldn't even speak on this topic.
What? Alright, so let me get this straight. So what you're saying is, you were with me in 1995 when your dumbass probably wasn't even born in Skate 22 in Union, New Jersey playing Virtua Fighter 2 in the arcade? Or were you with me walking to the local mom and pop shop in Irvington, New Jersey to buy Virtua Fighter 4 when it came out on PS2? Or maybe, just maybe you were with me on Christmas in 2007 when I first got my Xbox 360 and got vanilla Virtua Fighter 5 for that. Or maybe you were there in 2012 when I first downloaded Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown and played against my brother Naldi using Jackie. See now, I really don't think you were. So sit your dumb ass down and stop assuming what I do and don't play just because your ass don't see it on YouTube, you stupid mother. So I'm a little bit late to the party, but whatever, we're still here anyway. So recently, and by recently I mean like at the beginning of this month, a prominent leaker came out giving out a ton of information on what's apparently gonna be a Virtua Fighter reboot. And normally I don't really cover leaks, but I would consider this more of a rumor because we don't actually know whether this is gonna be true or not. So as per usual, take this with the smallest grain of salt because, you know, things are subject to change and all of that good stuff, or subject to not even be true at all. We all believe it to be true. We all know this is probably gonna be true. So I'm not gonna go down every single tweet because there was quite a bit, but what I am gonna do is highlight certain bullet points that I do want to talk about and get my opinion on. But before we get started, always remember to leave a like on this video. It helps out quite a bit. And also leave a comment telling me what you think. And if you don't have anything to say, leave an emoji. Still don't have anything to say, give me a quick yeah. And also remember, we're building up an entirely new channel, so please remember to hit that subscribe button because Ignant Rizzy X. We're not at Ignant Rizzy anymore. So anyway, let's talk some Virtua Fighter, shall we? So online and esports focused. I can't even say much about this because this is pretty much what the fighting game landscape has been for the past couple of years. Hell, probably the past decade or so at this point. Also, none of us should even be surprised that Virtua Fighter out of all games is going more of an esports route because Virtua Fighter is the OG esports fighting game. Hell, they've been one of the pioneers of this whole thing since the 90s, going back to those tournaments back then. So this is pretty much on brand for them. Customization. This also shouldn't come as a huge surprise considering Virtua Fighter has had customization since Virtua Fighter 4, but my only hope is that customization is as extensive as it is in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, you know, the version before Ultimate Showdown, because I can't even begin to tell you the amount of disappointment that I felt when I saw the limited customization in Ultimate Showdown. I'm over here thinking that they were gonna add more options as DLC or adding the stuff from Final Showdown as DLC in Ultimate Showdown. Yeah, that didn't happen. You know, the crossover skins were cool though. And considering Sega's having this huge resurgence of their old IPs, they can probably put in crossover costumes from those games. And the most obvious, also the most wanted for me, would be to have a Shinobi skin for Kugi. Well, Kage, I call him Kugi, don't mind me. But then I can also see something like Axel Stone from Streets of Rage for Brad, and then Blaze Fielding for Sarah. You could get Leon or Lion, however you want to pronounce his name. Give his goofy ass a Sonic skin. Hell, I can even see Eileen getting a Jet Set Radio skin. You know what, I'm gonna just stop this one right here because I will go on for the rest of this entire video talking about what costumes I want to see in this game from old IPs. So moving on, shall we? New characters with a more modern art style and new character artists. All right, this is probably one of the most interesting things to me, and that's because Virtua Fighter has had this really distinct look since its inception in the early 90s. And by distinct, I mean their characters are basic as all living hell. You got Japanese Karate Man. Okay, yeah, he's Baji Kwan, but you get the idea. You got Ninja Man. You got like 2 or 3 old men. One of those old men look like General Tao, so we take those. R.I.P. Toriyama. We got white women with leather bodysuit. We got her brother Cool Biker White Man. All right, you get the idea. But now the question is, are the characters themselves gonna get new looks, or is the game itself gonna be more modernized looking with a little more flash to it? Shit, I honestly hope it's both, because Virtua Fighter could use a little more spicing up, especially considering it's the most, well, in my opinion, the most bland looking out of the 3D genre. Then again, there isn't really much of a 3D genre anymore outside of Tekken. So yeah, they can pretty much do anything at this point. All right, one thing I forgot to mention, I am hoping to God at some point they update the sound effects, because to this day, from 1994 all the way to, what was it, 2021, when Ultimate Showdown came out, the goddamn sound effects are still crunchy as hell. It still sounds like papers tearing. It just sounds unimpactful. Like, bro, beef it up a little bit. Y'all can even use the sounds from Yakuza. Just do something. Just update it, cause bruh. Releasing on all platforms with crossplay and rollback. Okay, a PC release for this game would actually be huge. Hell, a bunch of us are still waiting on VF5 Ultimate Showdown to get ported to PC. And it's so weird because the Yakuza games are on PC and you can play Virtua Fighter in those games. So Sega is literally right there. Sega, you know what to do. Just do it. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Now, as far as crossplay and rollback, we all feel like that shouldn't even be news at this point, and it should be a standard. Hell, at this point, we all just wanted to work properly. A modern competitor to Tekken and Street Fighter with esports concepts and mechanics. Oh boy. Okay, I feel like this is gonna go one of two ways. With modern mechanics, I feel like people are either gonna really love it or absolutely hate it. See, Virtua Fighter players really like the game because it's the pure and honest fighting game out of the 3D genre, or probably in all of fighting games to begin with, come to think about it. But when the outsiders look at Virtua Fighter, they typically think it's either bland, boring, clunky, anything synonymous to those. Now me, I always thought VF was fun, but I get where they're coming from, especially looking at Tekken or Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur with all the new stuff that they added in those games over the last couple of years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all see where y'all coming from. But if they do add some batshit crazy focus attack, FADC, motherfucking drive rush, drive meter, heat burst, heat dash, power crush ass mechanic, I can already hear the Virtua Fighter purists going batshit crazy about that shit, and not in the best way. So with that said, I hope whatever they add, or if they decide to add something crazy like that, they can do it in a proper way, and it's not gonna be balanced at all. Nothing about any of these mechanics are ever balanced. So you might as well just throw that thought out the window. It's gonna be fucking nuts. But goddamn, buddy really only mentioned two of the big three. He said they're going after Street Fighter and Tekken because that other game ain't about shit. A dedicated story with side stories. See, I, along with a bunch of other players out there, feel like this is one of the main things that kind of held Virtua Fighter back in comparison to some of the other games. They never really had a dedicated story, so you were never really able to get the lore for all of these characters, aside from like the instruction manuals. God damn, remember those? So yeah, an elaborate story would definitely help out a lot. And if anything, it'll help players feel more connected to these characters after 30 something goddamn years. Oh yeah, and as far as the new characters, what more can I say? It's a new game, so of course there's gonna be new characters. The only real weird thing is the fact that this game is supposed to be a reboot, but it's also a sequel, so you know what? Moving on, shall we? Battle Universe. I don't know what to say about this one, but I'm guessing it's gonna be like a big lounge where we all congregate and fight and watch other matches and shit, because they're also putting a really big emphasis on streaming. So maybe matches that are streamed will be broadcasted from whatever is gonna be in the lounge. But my only hope, please don't have Xbox Live looking avatars. One thing that I forgot to mention that I either heard or read somewhere, but I don't exactly remember where, is that they're doing some version of quest mode from Virtua Fighter 4, but it's supposed to be a little bit more expansive. And if you don't know what quest mode is, it's pretty much the predecessor to what arcade quest is in Tekken 8, but a lot better because there's a lot more to do when you get more rewards and you get like custom items for your characters and other stuff like that. Yeah, it's really fun, and I honestly hope they do bring that one back. Actually, pretty much everyone who's played Virtua Fighter 4 wants quest mode back, so yeah, hopefully that part's true. Speaking of the streaming, maybe it'd be like VF5 US. On the main menu of that game, as soon as you boot up the game, it has replays of whatever matches just playing on the screen. What if it has something like matches going on in real time? I can actually see them doing something like that. It'd be kind of cool. Daishio Shima from Soul Calibur is working on it, so that's cool. And also, to no one's surprise, RGG Studios is working on it. There's a possibility that there might be Yakuza characters in this game. My only request is that if they add Kiryu and you activate whatever bullshit mechanic that they have planned for this game, is that they zoom in on this man's face and he goes, "Love it." Bro, that is a must. Like, y'all have to do it. But then I know there's still that small pocket of players going,
But no, Kiryu doesn't hit women.
nah, fuck all that. Duff all them bras. The fuck is you talking about? Equal rights and equal lefts, goddammit. Everybody getting it. Nah, but seriously though, it'd be cool as hell to have Yakuza characters in this game. So that pretty much sums up all of my thoughts regarding this whole thing. And there was another tweet that went up a couple of... What? Doggo wants attention. Funny enough, there was a tweet that went up a couple of days ago saying that this game is going to be revealed sometime later this year. So we'll see what happens with that. Can I finish my video, dog? I just got to do the outro and we're good. But anyway, let me know what y'all think of this whole thing. And let me know if you think this is even real or if it's just, you know, bullshit just pulled from thin air. That's not thin air, that's a drop ceiling. And if you like this style of video, you know, leave a like on this vid, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And if you don't have anything to say, leave an emoji. Or if you don't have that, just leave me a quick yard. And also remember to hit that subscribe button because, you know, new channel. As always, PLI, peace, love, and Ignant. Drink your water. And if you want to see my thoughts on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, click the video right there. Click it, click it. It's a good one. It's a good video. I'll catch y'all next time. Later.